You can always earn more money. You can learn new skills and find new friends. But once a day is gone, it is gone forever. We rarely lose our time in massive, dramatic chunks. It disappears in unnoticeable fractions of an hour. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Looking at the text here, the author notes that wasting time is rarely an intentional choice. Nobody plans to lose hours of their day. Reclaiming those hours requires us to become deeply aware of exactly how we spend these micro-moments before they add up to abandoned goals. Society loves to label this constant delay as laziness, but that misdiagnoses the actual psychological mechanism at play. We delay tasks because they make us feel bored, anxious, or overwhelmed. It's a failure of emotional regulation. We see this in the perfectionism trap. Spending endless hours tweaking a layout acts as a defense mechanism to indefinitely delay finishing a project. Then there is the overwhelm trap, shown at the top of this page. When faced with a massive volume of work, like studying for major university exams, the sheer scale of the task paralyzes decision-making, so you choose not to start at all. Our brains naturally seek instant gratification to escape that discomfort. Trying to force your way through it with raw willpower is a guaranteed failure. Instead of relying on willpower, we can use time blocking as a rigid psychological shield engineered to short-circuit these emotional failures. This passage explains the core mechanism. You schedule specific blocks of time for specific activities and treat them like strict appointments. This removes the overwhelm by eliminating decision fatigue entirely. During these scheduled blocks, you must actively build strict external boundaries, like physically putting your smartphone in an entirely different room. The human brain is neurologically incapable of processing two complex tasks at once. Switching back and forth between studying and checking text messages shatters your focus and forces your cognitive efficiency to drop to zero. Time blocking forces your brain into an artificial environment where single-task focus becomes the path of least resistance. We can apply this on a micro scale using the Pomodoro technique. You work for 25 minutes with intense, unbroken focus. Crucially, that sprint is followed by a mandatory 5-minute break. This specific ratio prevents emotional burnout and actively trains your brain to sustain concentration. The most paralyzing mistake we make is believing we must feel mentally inspired before pushing a difficult task forward. Look closely at this mindset shift. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. The focus comes after you start the work. A scheduled time block acts as the physical trigger that forces you to take that initial action, sparking the motivation loop entirely on its own. A perfectly engineered schedule is completely useless if you lack the external boundaries to protect it from outside requests. Reading through this section, the math is simple. Every time you accept a distraction or an unnecessary meeting, you are directly saying no to your own goals. Declining these requests provides the firm boundaries necessary to protect your productive study and creative hours. The integrity of any block on your calendar relies entirely on the strength of the interpersonal boundaries protecting it. To keep those blocks clear of minor distractions, implement the 2-minute rule highlighted here. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately to clear the physical and mental clutter. Do not wait for a Monday or a new month to deploy these systems. This concluding section says it perfectly. Start right now, with the very next hour of your day. Close the unnecessary browser tabs. Put your phone on silent. Pick the most important task. Set a timer, and just begin. Your future success is entirely dependent on the specific actions you take in this current hour. Understanding the psychology of procrastination is fascinating, but it only becomes valuable when you weaponize it into immediate, scheduled action.